Guys, this is Mac and G's coming to you from my studio apartment in Washington, D.C. I figured for this final vlog in this apartment, we would do a little bit of a different view, a different POV. So instead of me sitting on my couch and you guys seeing my kitchen behind me, we're sitting over here in where I have all my music stuff set up, and you can see out the back window and see my nice view. But yeah, this is the last week for me. On Friday, I will be moving into a one-bedroom apartment and have a dedicated space just for streaming. So I'm very, very excited for that. It's going to be really great to get back to streaming on a regular basis. Um, so yeah, I wanted to. I wanted to rep Enemy as well. I was watching them today as they were competing at DreamHack in the quarterfinals against Latin America, and they went 2-0 against Latin America. It was a really, really great match, but they won and will be moving on to the semifinals, and then hopefully onto the finals on Monday. So we'll see how things go, but it's good weekend for Smite. So also wanted to mention I'm drinking the. If you guys haven't checked out vlog number 2, the wine unboxing. This is the Veltliner that I got from the case this quarter. It's really, really good. But yeah, the Veltliner. Um, so yeah, I wanted to take a minute and kind of talk about what my plans are for the stream. A lot of my friends in the streaming community are asking me, what are you looking to do? What are you trying to accomplish here with your stream? And it's an interesting question. It's an important question to ask. What is it that you're looking to get out of streaming? A lot of people will tell you, don't go into streaming for money, don't go into streaming for fame, et cetera, et cetera. And that's fine. Like, that's not what I'm looking for at all. Um, the way I think about it is in kind of tiers. So I kind of think of a short term. I think in a long term as well. Short term, really, my goal is simply I want to get back on a normal schedule. I want to get back to how we were streaming before, where I was doing maybe 3 or 4 days a week for 4 to 6 hours each, and that was working out really well before. So I'm going to try and get back to kind of a normal schedule where I'm consistently streaming each week. And I think if I can do that over the course of a month, then that's successful to me. That's my current goal. It's a very, very small goal. It's very, very achievable. But I think that's the point, is for those short term goals to be very achievable. After that, I'll probably start going into things like getting a certain number of followers and doing all this sort of stuff. But for the time being, I just want to get back on a normal schedule. So the schedule is kind of TBD at the moment, but once I know what it is, I'll be letting you guys know. I'll be tweeting it out and all that kind of stuff. So long term is a little bit more interesting. I've been kind of trying to figure out a lot of different things in my life recently, and one of those things is my career. Now, as many of you guys know, I do cybersecurity for a living. It's a great job. It pays very well. My benefits are good. It's flexible hours, et cetera, et cetera. I get to work from home every so often. Uh, but for me, it's just a job. Like, it's not something I'm super passionate about. Um, I honestly, there's days where I just really don't care. I do the job, of course. I still give 100% when I'm in the office, but I just it's a job. I do it so I can get money to pay for my other habits. So like streaming and like my music and all that kind of stuff. Um, so one of the things I've been trying to figure out is if I want to continue on in cybersecurity, or if I want to change careers, and if so, what would I get into? Um, I started thinking about um, why I stream. And one of the biggest reason that I do it is getting into this community, is just for you guys, is hanging out with you guys, um, being somebody that is an encourager. That's my personality. I'm an encourager. When people are telling me things that they're working on, I want to encourage them to do better. Um, I like to lift people up. I think it's important for everybody to do that. Um, so that's one of the big reasons that I like streaming is I get to do that. I get to hang out with people, and they get to, share their stories with me, and I get to encourage them to, be better, to do, to do great things. Um, and while I was thinking about that, I realized that that's something that I haven't really had in a while. I used to run an organization in DC that was all about building community. It was building a community around a cappella music, and I would go out to a cappella groups all over DC, college groups, high school groups, post college groups, and just get them together, and have them start a conversation and have them work together and build things and make each other better, and that was thrilling for me. I loved doing it for multiple reasons. One, like I said, I'm an encourager, but also uh, on a more selfish note, it was something that people knew me. There was a small amount of fame that was there. When I went to acapella festivals, people would come up to me and be like, "Hey, you're Jeeves, right?" They just knew me from the work that I did. Um, and honestly, between those two things, between encouraging people and hearing their stories and all that stuff, um, it was also nice to just be known and be recognized. It's always nice to be known and recognized. So I think it's one of the big reasons I want to get into streaming, or I like getting into streaming, is just being recognized, being building that community, that sort of thing. So what I started realizing is that maybe I want to get into some community management, um, getting into a game developer, and helping build up their community around their video game. Like Smite has, they have their community representatives or community managers, whatever. They stream and they talk to people. They go to these events and they get feedback about the game, and they hear people's stories, and et cetera, et cetera. And they're product evangelist type thing. And of course, there's always going to be like annoying or bad parts to any job. So I'm sure it gets annoying to constantly get people bitching at you about whatever their small minor annoyances are. But at the end of the day, if it's something where I can work directly with people and help lift them up, make them better, enjoy their excitement about something that I'm also excited in, I think that's really something that I would love to do. Um, Now the problem is that I have an English literature degree. I have a background in cybersecurity. I have no experience other than the organization that I ran. I have almost zero experience in community management. So getting into that sort of field is a little bit tricky. So one of the things I kind of want to do with the stream is work with organizations, work with some gaming organizations I'm currently in talks with, to kind of open up the avenue for me to be a content creator as well as a community advocate, I guess. Um, so basically a streamer, but also working with the organization to build their community. Um, and I mentioned earlier this week in a tweet that I had some cool news coming up. I'm still in talks with a specific organization. Hopefully, I'll get some more information from them soon. But I am talking to some organizations about becoming a partner, I guess, a partnered streamer with them, or an official streamer with them, and being a content developer, or content creator and community advocate. So I feel like doing something like that, coupling myself with some other organizations that would allow me to do that sort of thing, would give me some sort of clout when I go, apply for jobs like this. So, um, yeah. So I think that's one of the big things. The like long term goals is to get in with these organizations, um, either get into a community and help build it up, or to create my own community and build it up and that sort of thing. Um, yeah, and then maybe transition into a new career. We'll see. So, um, it's a that's a very very long term goal. I'm not even at this point. I'm not even looking to get partnered in Twitch. If that does happen, cool. But it's not a my main goal. Um, right now is my main goal is just it's all about the community. It's all about getting back on track and streaming on a regular basis. So yeah, it's going to shape up, I think, to be a very, very interesting first couple of months when I get back to streaming. There's going to be some changes in my in other parts of my life. Um, so nothing too crazy. Like I'm not, getting like adopting a kid or something. I'm just, like, yeah, nothing like that. I'm not getting a dog. I would love to get a dog, but I don't have time for that. Um, but anyway, so a lot of stuff going on. But I'm very, very excited to get back to streaming. Hopefully, we'll be doing that, getting back probably in, I'm gonna say from now, like 2 maybe 3 weeks. As soon as I'm all set up and I feel like I'm good to go with my streaming setup, I will let you guys know when the first stream is going to be. And I guess my plan probably is to do a nice long first stream, so maybe a 12-hour stream on a weekend, um, just as a hey, we're back kind of thing. I think that's probably what I'll end up doing. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thank you so much for your support and keeping up with me through all of this and kind of getting back to streaming. I'm really, really excited to be hanging out with you guys and kind of building up this community and building you guys up, and kind of seeing where this thing goes. It's going to be really interesting, I think. So thanks so much. Really appreciate it. Happy Father's Day to any of you fathers out there, or to any of your fathers. And we will catch you guys later. Cheers.